Welcome back. In this video, we are going to do the coding challenge 4. So let's see our question. Now write a program that receives a list of variables, names in underscore case and convert them to camel case. Okay. The input will come from a text area inserted into the DOM. See down the code. See this code. Let me just demonstrate to you. When we copy this code and paste it here, and when we click this button, so our output should be like this. So for that, let's see the cases. Okay, hint: remember which character defines a new line in the text area, and the solution only needs to work for a variable made out of two words like a underscore b, and start without worrying about the tick mark. Okay, tackle that only after we have the variable name conversion works. So in this challenge is difficult on purpose, so let's start see the solution. So pause this video and go through the question once again. So here by default here we got the some code here. Let's start by attaching an event handler to this button. So we want to add this event handler. So we'll write document dot query selector. Here we'll use the button dot add event listener. So here we'll just say click, and here function text value here, right? So for that we got in question here itself, right? So let me just grab this here and then paste it here inside. Okay, then we'll see console.log text and we run this. See, let me just grab this and paste it here. When I click button, see, it is loading here. Now this button function is also working. Here we got one big string containing all of this. Now how do we separate this into 5 different strings, and we will just remember which character defines a new line, right? So that's going to be a great starting point. So let's split up the string into multiple pieces, and it's going to be like, it's going, let's say rows, and so that it will be text split off. So let me just write it here. So now here we'll write constant rows equals to text dot split off. So this way we can see our output. Let me just again copy this. See, now it comes line by line. As expected, now we'll simply loop this one and this array, and in each iteration we log this variable name here 0. Now here we'll just console log this, console.log for rows. We'll just remove this, we'll just turn it off for now, and then here we'll just grab this again. See here, now it converted into array, right? So when we click this, as you can see here, it was converted into array right now, and then it comes with each string one by one, one after one. As you can see here, this 0 will loop this. So we log this variable name here, this underscore case. So this one. So we'll convert to camel case. For that, we'll write the code here for constant row of rows. For underscore case, here, let me just show you. Let me just copy all this here. So we want this underscore to be, our output to be like this default input value, and we want this underscore case to be converted to. So this is the final output. We want our output to be showing like this. So for all these variables as well. So for that, we'll just start writing the code here. So here we need to first split this variable name here and also into two parts, and which are separated by the underscore right now. Each word here is called rows, and so we split that. So let's just say here a constant first and second. So Here we'll convert this all rows here, these all into the small case, rows dot to lowercase. And then we'll trim the spaces at the edges. And also we'll split this at the underscore. And then here we'll do console.log first comma second. So let me just copy this here again. As you can see here, now the spaces was removed. Now we'll just go ahead and put everything into the output variable. So let's create a constant output. So here we'll say first, second, and then in second we'll replace the second of first variable capital letter, right? We need to change. So for that, here we are writing the code to uppercase. Yeah, this output is because here we are not calling here, right, uppercase. So now you see when we, yeah, the reason for this output is we need here the underscore here, not this hyphen. When we run this, we should not get any. See now, it works perfectly fine. So we see our variable names are all correct and all of them are converted to camel case. Now so as you can see, this was converted to this and then converted to this as well. All of this here, as you noticed here, these tick marks starts at the same position. So this means that all of these strings here basically should have the same length. So how we do that and how can we give the same length? Well, we will give them the by padding here. In this case, we'll use padding end and set them to all the fixed length. So we'll do that. Console.log output dot. Here we'll write pad end. So here we are setting this value to, here we'll use 20 here and then space. And also here we'll just turn off this and also we'll turn off console.log rows and we'll paste our code here. And then we'll run, see everything works fine, right? So here when you just highlight this, you will find this every variable here has the same length right now. So we can also omit the second argument. So here we just passed, right? So here we can write simply like this also. So this gives the same output as well, as you can see here. See here, it copies all the same length. Everything has the same length right now. But now let's console this output. Now for that we'll just turn this here into, here we'll say so here we'll just use that. And then we need to give here our tick mark, right? So this one we'll use. So when we save it, see here the tick mark is all aligned and it starts at the same position for every variable here. But now the emoji starts at the same place and now we use the current index in each iteration. So to get the current index, we need to use the entries of the array. So the rows is now the array. So with the first index and the second, let me just destructure it here. So here the rows. Here we'll say I comma row. and then we can use the index to repeat this string. So here we'll use dot repeat here I plus 1. Now when we save it, and then now when we reload and try to run, and then yeah, here right, row dot entries, we need to convert them here into entries, right? See here now, you can see here, right? So that's how exactly we got our output, right? As you can see here, the first name and here the N is capital and every spaces was removed. So as you can compare this input and this output, so that's exactly the same. So it's a bit difficult, challenging task. So please go through it once again.